All right, folks, welcome back to WNBA Nation. Caitlin Clark just stepped onto the court for the Indiana Fever, and within just a few training sessions, she did something that left her coach, Stephanie White, completely speechless. We all knew Clark was special. We knew she was a once-in-a-generation talent, but what White just revealed, it's something no one saw coming. One tiny detail in Clark's training separates her from almost every other player White has ever coached, including some of the biggest legends in WNBA history. What did Clark do that had White comparing her to the greatest of all time? And why does this change everything for the WNBA? Stick around, because Caitlin Clark isn't just here to play, she's here to take over. But before we jump into the good stuff, take a quick second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. By joining our crew, you'll always be in the loop with the latest WNBA updates, expert takes, and breakdowns of big moves just like this. Don't miss out, we've got every angle covered. So hit that like button, subscribe, and let's dive right in. Now, let's talk about why this is such a big deal. Caitlin Clark has barely stepped onto the court for the Indiana Fever, and she's already turning heads in a way no one expected. Fever head coach Stephanie White, who has seen some of the greatest talents in WNBA history, was left stunned after just a few training sessions with Clark. So Stephanie White is obviously now the coach of the Indiana Fever, and that's a good thing. We already knew Clark was a generational talent. We already knew she was the face of women's basketball before even playing a single WNBA game. But White just revealed something that changes everything about how Clark will impact this league. One small detail in her training caught White completely off guard, something that separates Clark from almost every other player she's ever coached. And when a coach who has worked with legends like Tamika Catchings makes a comparison like that, you know it's a big deal. Let's be honest, Stephanie White has seen a lot. This isn't some coach who just throws out compliments to make headlines. She's been around, coached legends, and understands what greatness looks like. So when she says Clark's work ethic reminds her of a Hall of Famer, it's time for everyone to start paying attention. What makes this even crazier is that Clark is just getting started. We're not talking about a player who's already peaked. She's still learning, still evolving, and still pushing herself beyond the limits of what people expect from a rookie. Every time she steps onto the court, she's improving, fine-tuning her game and making adjustments that make her even more dangerous. And here's the kicker. Clark isn't just impressing the coaching staff. Her teammates are taking notice, too. When you have a rookie stepping into the gym with the energy, confidence, and work ethic of a seasoned veteran, it forces everyone around her to level up. That's how culture shifts. That's how a franchise starts to transform. This is big. In my opinion, it's big for Caitlin Clark. It's big for women's basketball. So, what exactly is it about Clark that's making such a massive impact? Let's break it down step by step. Stephanie White has coached some of the best players in the game, and she's not the type to throw around empty praise. So when she says Caitlin Clark's work ethic reminds her of Tamika Catchings, that's not just hype. That's historic. For those who don't know, Tamika Catchings is a WNBA legend, a Hall of Famer, and widely considered one of the hardest working players to ever step on the court. The fact that Clark, a rookie, is already being compared to Catchings in terms of effort and commitment, that's insane. White admitted she's only worked with Clark a handful of times so far, but she's already seeing something rare, the kind of drive that separates good players from legends. Clark isn't just showing up to practice and going through the motions. She's obsessed with getting better. She studies the game like a veteran, she asks the right questions, and she pushes herself beyond what's expected. Here's the crazy part. White hasn't even fully coached her yet. Clark is just getting started, and she's already blowing people away. And let's be clear, this isn't just about shooting threes and making flashy passes. Clark is obsessed with every aspect of the game. Defense, footwork, playmaking, you name it, she's working on it. And that's why she's different. She's not just practicing to maintain her skills, she's training to dominate. That's a completely different mindset. She's constantly refining her shot mechanics, ensuring she has a quicker release, more accuracy under pressure, and the ability to knock down shots from anywhere on the court. She's also focusing on improving her defensive awareness, anticipating plays before they happen, and making sure she can guard multiple positions effectively. It's this all-around approach that's putting her on a different level. But it doesn't stop there. Clark's basketball IQ is off the charts. She's not just playing the game. She's analyzing every move, every play, every scenario that unfolds on the court. She studies film religiously, breaking down opponents' tendencies, figuring out how to exploit weaknesses, and making adjustments on the fly. This level of attention to detail is something you usually see in seasoned pros, not rookies. And let's talk about her conditioning. Clark isn't just working on her skills. She's ensuring her body can withstand the intense demands of a WNBA season. She's building endurance, improving her strength, and refining her agility. Caitlin Clark is back in the lab, or should I say her natural habitat. The Fever shared footage of Clark getting a workout in with new head coach Stephanie White. This kind of preparation isn't just about being good. It's about staying great for years to come. Beyond her own individual growth, Clark's work ethic is infectious. Her teammates see how much effort she's putting in, and it pushes them to match her intensity. When a rookie comes in and outworks veterans, it creates a ripple effect. Suddenly, the entire team is training harder, competing at a higher level, and elevating their game. And perhaps the most impressive part? Clark embraces the grind. While some players might see extra work as a burden, she thrives on it. She knows that greatness isn't just about talent, it's about the countless hours put in behind the scenes. She moves different, she sees the floor different, she shoots different. There's just a level of excitement. She's not just chasing success. She's demanding it from herself every single day. So what does all of this mean for Clark's future? If she's already showing this level of discipline, commitment, and hunger as a rookie, just imagine where she'll be in a few years. We're talking about a player who isn't just looking to make an impact. She's looking to redefine what's possible in the WNBA. But Clark's mindset doesn't just make her a great player. It makes her the kind of leader who inspires everyone around her. But wait, there's more. One of the biggest narratives around Caitlin Clark is that she might be too big of a star to be coached. Some critics have suggested that because she's already such a major name in women's basketball, she might resist taking instruction from coaches who haven't accomplished as much as she has. But that couldn't be further from the truth. Stephanie White made it clear. Clark wants to be coached. She's not just open to feedback, she's asking for it. She wants to be pushed. She wants to be challenged. She wants to be the greatest to ever play the game. Think about how rare that is. A player who's already breaking records, already one of the biggest names in basketball, and yet still hungry for improvement. And you can see she worked up a sweat. Stephanie White looks focused, giving some instructions. This is tight handle work to keep her handle strong, keep the ball protected, be able to navigate in smaller spaces. She could easily just coast on her talent and natural shooting ability, but instead, she's demanding more. She doesn't just want to be great. She wants to be legendary. And you know what that means? She's only going to get better. If she's already elite now, imagine what she'll be in a few years. That's scary for every other WNBA team. Clark isn't just absorbing advice from her coaches. She's actively seeking out ways to improve. Whether it's watching hours of game tape, tweaking her footwork, or working tirelessly on her endurance, she's showing an unparalleled level of commitment. She wants to break down every aspect of her game and rebuild it even stronger. She's the type of player who will take a small flaw and work on it obsessively until it's no longer a weakness. Her ability to take criticism and immediately apply it sets her apart from many young players. Some athletes resist coaching or struggle to adjust their game, but not Clark. She understands that even the best have room to improve, and she's embracing every challenge head-on. And let's not forget, this attitude is contagious. When your leader is constantly striving to improve, it pushes the entire team to work harder. That's exactly what's happening in Indiana. The Fever players are watching Clark's drive and realizing they have to elevate their own games just to keep up. This is the kind of mentality that turns a team from mediocre to championship level. The fact that Clark is embracing this mindset so early in her career shows just how special she is. And speaking of leadership, let's talk about how Clark is already stepping up in ways that even veterans struggle with. Whoa, you've made it this far. That must mean you're really enjoying the video, right? So why not take a quick second to hit that follow button? It's totally free, super simple, and helps us keep bringing you more awesome content, especially if you love the WNBA. Whether it's game highlights, player spotlights, or behind-the-scenes moments, we've got you covered. Plus, by following, you'll never miss a beat when it comes to your favorite teams and players. Go on, tap that follow now. All right, let's jump back in. Now, let's shift gears and talk about leadership. Caitlin Clark hasn't even played a single WNBA game yet, and she's already stepping up as a leader inside Fever training camp. This isn't just rare, it's almost unheard of for a rookie. To command this level of respect from her teammates and coaches before even playing her first professional game. Most rookies enter the league with a mindset of proving themselves individually. They focus on adapting to the speed of the game, adjusting to the physicality, and carving out their place on the team. Leadership? That usually comes years later, after a player has established themselves as a star. But Clark? She's already leading from day one. Stephanie White has worked with plenty of young players before, but she's noticing something different about Clark. The way she carries herself, the way she interacts with teammates, the way she demands the best from everyone in the gym. See, it also looks like Caitlin has bulked up a little bit, like she's put on a little muscle mass to be ready for next season, which is an MVP season loaded. It's setting the tone for the entire Fever roster. Even the veterans on the team are recognizing Clark's influence, and that says everything about her mentality. Clark isn't afraid to speak up. She's not waiting for permission to lead. She's not shrinking into the background hoping to slowly earn respect. She's taking it right now. Her energy in practice is contagious, and it's already making her teammates work harder. She's pushing her teammates in every drill, setting the standard for intensity and focus. When she sees a teammate struggling, she's there to lift them up, offering words of encouragement or a quick piece of advice. It's this kind of mentality that turns good teams into great ones. But it's not just about her words. It's about her actions. Clark is leading by example, showing that hard work isn't optional, it's the expectation. Whether she's the first to arrive at practice or the last to leave, her dedication is crystal clear. She's not just going through the motions, she's setting the gold standard. And here's something even more impressive. She's not just leading on the court. Off the court, she's taking time to bond with her teammates, creating trust and chemistry that will translate into success during games. That level of awareness and maturity, it's what separates good players from great ones. What's even more remarkable is that Clark's leadership isn't forced, it's natural. She has an undeniable presence that demands attention, and it won't take long before every team in the WNBA starts feeling it. She's not just coming in as another talented rookie. She's coming in as a player who could shift the balance of power in the league. And I'm excited about the opportunity to work with them. I'm excited about the opportunity that we have to build from those starting points and build out, and for the longevity. Her ability to dominate the game with her shooting, her passing, and her leadership makes her a complete package. The rest of the league needs to wake up, because Caitlin Clark isn't here to blend in. She's here to take over, and there's nothing anyone can do to stop her. And that's a wrap, folks. Caitlin Clark isn't just making waves. She's making history. If this is just the beginning, imagine what she's going to do once she hits the WNBA stage for real. Stephanie White is already in awe, her teammates are stepping up, and the entire league, yeah, they better be paying attention. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want to stay on top of everything WNBA, make sure you smash that like button and hit subscribe so you never miss a thing. We've got all the latest updates, deep dives, and the best basketball stories coming your way. And hey, what do you think? Will Caitlin Clark live up to the hype and take over the WNBA? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's get the conversation going. All right, that's it for now. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.